How to choose a good title for a research paper. Hello dear creative student. Welcome to Research Academy channel. Today I will give you the best tips for choosing good, attractive and accurate titles for your research papers, so that you can choose titles that help your research to be accepted for publication in peer-reviewed journals, and read by other researchers. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel. Let's go. Firstly, why is the title so important? The title of your research paper is the first element that editors of peer-reviewed journals, reviewers, and readers will see. In light of the title of your article, the editor of the journal will decide whether to accept your article in principle or reject it. The impact of the title on the reviewers is also great, whether it will attract them or alienate them. As for readers or other researchers, during their search for previous studies, they will first look at the title of your research. Through the title of your scientific article, they will decide whether your research is appropriate for them or not. Of course, the more citations from your research, the higher your H-index as a researcher. Therefore, you should choose a title that clearly indicates the content of your paper, and is also persuasive enough to the journal editor, reviewer, or reader. So, writing a research paper title may seem like a simple task, but it does require some serious thinking. It may come as a surprise to some of you that most authors, by virtue of having extensive details of a paper, get confused as to how to make their titles concise without sacrificing any elements of importance. When writing the title of a research paper, the researcher should realize that most people judge a book by its cover. This cognitive bias tends to make readers highly vulnerable by allowing the title of a research paper to act as the only factor influencing their decision whether to read or skip a particular paper. It is the author of the paper who best determines the most appropriate title for his research paper. Readers collect research titles through reference databases of research papers, and rate their relevance to them on the basis of the title. Based on the above, the title of your paper is the most important determinant of how many people will read it. Secondly, how to create a good and attractive title for your research paper. Here are 10 tips to help you write a good title for your research paper. Keep that in mind when writing a title. 1. Your title should be unique. You should look at titles similar to your research that have already been published in prestigious journals, so as not to repeat the title. 2. The title should be short as possible, not long and not include repetitive words, but at the same time, it accurately expresses the point that your research studies. For example, the title, Beekeeping, may fit a book, but it does not fit a scientific article, and a title such as, Studying the Effect of High Weather Temperature on Bee Production of Honey in Such a Governorate in Such a Country, is a lengthy and repulsive title. For example, you can make the title more brief, such as, The Effect of High Temperature on Honey Production. Then you put a subtitle to specify the country. 3. A good title briefly and clearly tells the reader what the research is about. Do not include unnecessary details in the title. For example, it is not necessary to mention the sample size of your experimental or control groups or details of the tools you used in the title of your paper, unless this information is strongly relevant to the content. Authors often use active verbs. Moreover, a good title for a research paper usually ranges from 8 to 12 words and inevitably should not exceed 15 words. A long title may distract your readers from an important point. 4. Make your title attractive. Your title should attract readers' attention, so that academics and professionals in your field feel it is important to know about your research. 5. Distinguish your article from any other articles in the same subject area. 6. Keep it simple, concise, attractive, unique and impactful. The primary function of a title is to provide an accurate summary of the paper's content. So, choose a short title. Use active verbs instead of complex phrases, and avoid unnecessary details. 7. Use appropriate descriptive words. A good title should contain the main keywords used in the research, and should specify the nature of the study. Think of the terms people will use to search for your study and include it in the title. 8. Avoid fillers, and avoid starting the title with the word study. Your article is a study. Avoid repeating words in it. 9. Avoid abbreviations and jargon. Famous abbreviations like RNA, DNA, etc., can be used in the title. However, abbreviations and other terms that are less known or not immediately familiar to readers should be avoided. 10. The title can be the end result of your search, especially if it's weird or catchy. Example: coffee reduces the risk of diabetes.